Hello, YouTube. How y'all doing today? I am Queen Lillie. Welcome to my live. This is Life Under Trump 116. Yes, Life Under Trump part 116. We got a lot to cover. There's no time to waste. No time to procrastinate. How y'all doing today on this lovely Tuesday? Again, this is Life Under Trump part 116. We got a lot to cover. Sad times in America. Yes, sad times in America. We can't trust the person in the Oval Office. The Dems are finally speaking up. He don't put tariffs on everybody except Russia, and we all know why he did not put tariffs on Russia. We all know why. Daddy Putin got him under control. Yes, he riding real good on Daddy Putin right now. It's just so much happening. It's a little frightening. As you coming in, hit that like button. Then you ain't got to worry about doing it on your way out. As you come in, hit that like button right now. Yes, hit that like button. This is Life Under Trump, part 116. Yes, Life Under Trump, part 116. The terrorist is not going to help our country. I don't care how many lies they tell, how much his press secretary get her fake nose up there and tell lies, because that's not her nose. She had a nose job. I don't know why people messing with their faces when God made you beautiful just as you are. Why go mess with your nose and then you can't even talk properly or breathe? And right now the pollen out. I know y'all can't breathe. All you people that got something done in your nose, I know you can't breathe. That pollen is attacking you left and right. Got you in a chokehold. But no, you want to go messing with your face. No, leave your face alone. So, it's too much right now. I'm going to be honest. I love covering politics. I used to say when I was younger, I want to run for mayor. Then I forgot about it because I got too involved in my own life and just living life and didn't care about politics. But I would vote every time it was something to vote for. I would vote because my daddy taught me when you turn 18, you have a right to vote. You go register to vote. And I did it. I taught my daughter those exact things. But I was kind of vain and wrapped up in my own life. And now I'm really engulfed into these politics. We can't live in the blind right now. And you can't keep lying to yourself that it's going to be okay. Yes, we pray daily and we have faith in God that everything's going to be okay. But I refuse to lie to myself. Today, it's going to seem like this live is all over the place because there's so many different areas we're going to target. We can't lie to ourselves. We see what's going on. And if you stay in denial, you are lost sauce. You're lost in the sauce. Don't do this to yourself. Be honest with yourself of what is happening today. Because if you continue to lie to yourself, it ain't going to be good. Because I got a video to show you, and I hope that whoever posted has not taken it down. Because if they're taking it down, then that's why I can't show you. We can't be in denial with our lives. The American government right now do not care about the people. The Democrats are now fighting for us, but they should have been fighting ahead of time before we got to this point. But then again, I think, God, how can they fight when Elon Musk helped the orange man to win this election? And you know what I'm talking about. He said it out of his own mouth. So then I say, God, can I actually blame the Democrats for something that has been stolen from the American people? How can I blame them? Think about it, y'all. How are we to blame the Democrats when they had no control over what Elon Musk was doing? Hold on. Sorry. One moment.
A witness just testified before the committee that the Department of Justice sent her a letter warning her not to testify before this hearing today. You heard me correctly. The Department of Justice sent her a letter saying, do not testify before this committee today, which is essentially witness intimidation. Her name was Liz Oyer, and she was the pardon attorney for the Department of Justice before she was one of the Doge layoffs.
On Friday night around 9:15, I learned that the Deputy Attorney General's office had directed the Department's Security and Emergency Planning Service to send 2 armed Special Deputy U.S. Marshals to my home to serve me with a letter. The letter was to be served at my home between 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock on Friday night. I was in the car with my husband and my parents when I got the news that the officers were on their way to my house where my teenage child was home alone. Fortunately, due to the grace of a very decent person who understood how upsetting this would be to my family, I was able to confirm receipt of the letter to an email address, and the deputies were called off. The letter had been emailed to me just before 8 o'clock that night. The letter was a warning to me about the risks of testifying here today, but I am here because I will not be bullied into concealing the ongoing corruption and abuse of power at the Department of Justice.
She also just testified that she was fired from the DOJ because she refused to go along with the Deputy Attorney General's desire to return Mel Gibson's gun rights back to him, which had been taken away because he was convicted of domestic abuse. And apparently Mel Gibson is a friend of Donald Trump, and that's why they wanted to give him his gun rights back. She refused to go along with it and was fired within hours of that refusal.
And I'm going to say this, and I sincerely mean this. The White House is being ran like the mob. Again, the White House is being ran like the mob. The Republican Party is worse than John Gotti and them. The Republican Party is worse than John Gotti. Donald Trump is running that White House like it is the mob. I told y'all it's mob ties. Evil lives amongst us in that White House.
Listen up, everybody. As of next week, the Republicans are going to try to pass the SAVED Act 2025. The SAVED Act is part of Heritage Foundation's idea that only the male of the household should be able to vote. The SAVED Act will not allow women who are married to be able to vote. They will not be eligible to vote if their name does not match their birth certificate, meaning if their name on their license does not match their birth certificate, they will be ineligible to vote. This will not only impact women, but it will also impact military families. Every single time a military family moves from one base to another, they will have to re-register. This will also impact the elderly. So basically, if a woman's name does not match her birth certificate, that means she will be ineligible to vote. Not only that, but they are also making it a requirement to have a passport to vote. They want proof of citizenship with a passport. Passports nowadays cost about $159, $160, and then $215 if you want it to be rushed. Get on it. Be ready just in case, because with this new administration, anything can happen. If this new administration...
Anything can happen under this Republican Party. It ain't even the original Republican Party. It is the what? MAGA Party. Yes, it is the MAGA Party. Hit that like button as you comment in. And if you like to support me and you want to tip me or donate to my channel, send me a super chat. My Venmo is in my description and my PayPal is in my description. We are living in the last days. The White House is being run. The White House is being ran by the mob. Worse than John Gotti's mob. We have the Antichrist sitting behind the resident desk. Is that too deep for you? He's not doing the work of the Lord. He's doing the work of the devil and Putin's work. I don't know what else to tell you, but to put it to you like that. Donald Trump says again that the U.S. will take over Gaza. Leave that place alone. Leave the Holy Land alone, because you're not holy. Just because you went and got a Bible and kind of changed it up and made it what you wanted to be, you nowhere near Christ like Donald Trump. You are the worst of the earth. You are up under the trash can, a piece of gum that has turned black, that was once pink. And this is from someone on X, Twitter. He says, at real Donald Trump, thanks for effing up everybody's retirement, effing up our lives, our life savings, for running a fun weekend with basketball, etc. Some of us don't have time to wait on recovery. And I voted for you. He said, fix it. Stop the victory lap and fix it. He's not going to fix it, baby. The Antichrist don't care about what you think on Twitter, X, or whatever you want to call it. Donald Trump don't hear nobody but Satan and Putin, honey. Now he's done with Elon. He's kicking Elon out. I guess that top wasn't as good as I thought, apparently. You didn't put it down good enough, Elon, but a hoe gonna be a hoe. You can't turn a hoe into a housewife, Elon. You can't. Just a moment, please. King Eric said time to start saving. I got a video for y'all about that. What's gonna happen on April the 20th. King Eric says time to start saving. How can you save when everything has gone up? You can barely save anything today. And all you can do is pay bills and eat. Hey, Queen Tia, I miss you, beautiful. And Rick, you sitting there laughing. This is real. Y'all keep laughing. Y'all mega Republicans are the dumbest people. And like he said, he know y'all dumb and he can say anything. Y'all will vote for him anyway. And you did it. Let me find that video I want to show y'all about. Okay, here it is. Thank you, Jesus.
Well, there are rumblings all over the media now that on April 20th, Trump will declare martial law, which effectively means the military takes over for the police. Free speech becomes illegal. Protests become illegal. You have to have the permission of the military to do anything. And worse than that, the commander-in-chief, Trump, can do basically anything he wants. Literally. Okay, we may be looking at the end of American democracy, and we have 13 days left. Okay, here's my point. Please prepare your family for the worst. The other rumor is that they're going to seize all the guns. So if you have a gun, you want to keep it, you might want to bury it in your backyard. Stock up on food. Please stop spending money you don't have to spend. You may need it, okay? If he shuts everything down, you're going to need some cash. You're going to need something, okay? Please prepare your family for the worst and hope for the best. If this is just a rumor and it doesn't happen, then that's great. We're all fine. But if it does, you have 13 days to prepare. Please be ready. Well, there are rumblings all over the media now.
This is real, and why the trailer park trash and the hillbillies making fun in my chat is nothing to laugh about. It's no longer a laughing matter, nor was it ever a laughing matter. This is something to take serious, and you not. Stop drinking your moonshine and eating skunk meat and listen. Okay. One moment about your Republicans.
Stop what you're doing. You're going to want to see
you
this.
Dirty Republicans.
Remember last week I talked about Granbury, Texas, and how I was warning people to be careful during their protests? Well, there's some major breaking news coming out of Granbury, Texas. Take a look. My friend Adrienne Quinn lives there. She's a total badass, and she posted this morning. Local Republican Eva Royer arrested for election fraud last night outside of the Hood County Republican Executive Committee meeting. She's wearing her Ban Democrat Chairs tee in her mugshot. She filed to run for Granbury City Council last year. Here's her mugshot. She's there wearing her Ban Democratic Chairs t-shirt, and her status right there, election fraud. Perjury, certain election procedures, election fraud. Those are her offenses. I think it's so funny that the Republicans were so emotional and triggered that we were protesting at the Hands Off protest this weekend there in Granbury. But come this week, they're arrested for what? For
fraud.
What? For election fraud. So all these people, especially all the maggots who were, crying election fraud in 2020, it's your own fucking party that's doing the election fraud. Follow along for more if you agree. You guys stop with
y'all. We all know the MAGA Republican Party is nothing but a bunch of fartsters. They don't have the education or qualifications to be doing anything that they're doing, even up to the lead that's sitting behind the resident desk in the Oval Office. I don't care if he did get it in 2016. He wasn't qualified then. He has a brain of a rat. And he smelled like a skunk. While y'all up there in the hillbilly land eating skunk and possum with your nasty self. And old Elon with those doggone cyber trucks. People no longer want anything to do with Tesla. It is so bad they can't sell their Teslas to a dealership or anyone. These people getting stuck with those vehicles. They have tried to convert them into other kind of vehicles, from Toyotas to Hondas and Audis, everything. They're just simply stuck with those ugly trash can looking trucks. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to read you. And Aaron Beeble says, nobody wants to buy Cybertruck. So Tesla has stopped taking Cybertruck trade-ins. Laugh out loud. Cybertruck owners want to return their vehicles. Tesla says no. They can't even sell the ones they got on the Tesla lot. It has gotten that bad for Elon. And if I could do the Holy Ghost dance in front of y'all right now, I would, because I'm excited every time I see something go wrong for Elon Musk and Donald Trump. I celebrate their pain while they have put us in this pain where we can barely pay for food. We can barely pay our bills. We as American people have to be worried about the homeless and everybody, and we can't even afford to help them that much anymore because of Elon Musk and Donald Trump has put their feet across our money. They pocketed their bank accounts. Them billionaires sitting up there and he appointed people that should not have been appointed because they're billionaires, Donnie. You dumb as a bag of rocks. And you look like your mama and daddy who were both ugly as SHIT. And Bernie Sanders, he knows what he's talking about.
Trump said, Mr. Greer, that he had no choice in terms of Canada. And I live 50 miles away from the Canadian border. He had no choice but to bypass Congress and to impose an emergency 25% tariff on Canada to stop, quote, the massive, end quote, amount of fentanyl and, quote, the millions
it's all
and
lies,
millions
Dunny
of
Tales.
undocumented immigrants coming from the northern border. Unfortunately, that's a lie. The truth is that the U.S. Customs and Border Protection reported just 43 pounds of fentanyl was seized at the Canadian border last year, representing just 0.2% of the total. And we could agree that 1 pound of fentanyl is too much. But if 0.2% constitutes an emergency, my guess is illegal drugs are coming in from every country in the world. And that gives the President of the United States incredible power to determine tariffs. Further, he said he talked about millions and millions of undocumented immigrants coming from Canada. In fact, last year there were 24,000 people, not millions and millions. First question, really, we can argue about tariffs, but why does the president have to lie all of the time in order to make his point?
Senator, I would just say, I think you need to look at what the president issued in terms of the order for the legal basis for what we're doing, right? I mean, the president very rightly hit on this issue of fentanyl migration coming from northern and southern borders, and it's a real emergency.
Do you really think that he has the power under an emergency degree to reorder the trade world, global trade policy, without any input from the United States Congress?
Sir, Congress gave him this law where if he determines a national emergency, he can take appropriate action to regulate imports. That's what he's done.
Do you think it's a national emergency that 0.2% of fentanyl coming from Canada constitutes a national emergency?
Sir,
it's the lies Donald Trump tells.
Do you? I'm asking you.
You're asking me about drug policy. So I agree with the president. If you have China and Canada and Mexico,
they are scared to speak against Donald Trump.
Then that's an emergency. We have to deal with it. Look,
we're not going to argue about the danger of.
I'm gonna tell you this: the emergency is the Caucasian man is the one making the meth here in America, but y'all want to blame it on Canada, China, Mexico. The lies y'all tell Caucasian men. You Caucasian men are the biggest liars. You want to know the problem with meth and fentanyl? Y'all mixing it in your trailer parks, in your hillbilly land. It ain't black people. It ain't Mexicans. It ain't the Canadians. It's the Caucasian man here in America. And Donald Trump tell your son to stay out of his pocket, putting the SHIT in his gums and up his nose. Do you blame everybody for your son's habit, Donald Trump? Bring it. Who caused your son to be doing it? A daddy like you. A fraudster like you, Donald Trump. A conman like you, Donald Trump. A man that has 34 felonies and don't give a damn about the American people. You caused this problem, Donald Trump. The Caucasian man makes fentanyl and meth. And you want to blame every country for the problems that your people doing. If you could, you would blame the black man. And if ever a black man have it on him, he got it from your people. Again, meth and fentanyl is made from the Caucasian man. You love it